Now, I just want to talk about why a lot of small businesses or startups do not do well. Why a lot of small businesses do not do well. And it comes down to one thing. It's not about capital. It's not about the economy. It's not about the government. It's not about your location. A lot of times, the reason why a lot of small businesses, startups, early startups do not do well and are frustrated financially. You see a lot of people with good ideas, with good startup ideas, business ideas, and they keep saying, oh man, my startup is not doing well. I'm not making money. This is my second year. This is my third year. This is my fifth year. I'm not doing well. I'm not getting the returns I want to get in terms of financial returns. It comes down to one thing. And that one thing is the fact that I've come to realize that a lot of businesses, startups, are interested but not invested. A lot of people that go into business, start out a business, whether it's cake making, it's fashion, it's graphic design, whatever it is, a lot of people that start out are interested and they stay interested, but they are not invested. That is the biggest difference between a company that does well and a company that stays average. I am a graphic designer, and I have the opportunity of talking to graphic designers every day, day in, day out. And a lot of our discussions circle around, I've been doing graphic design for 5 years. I'm making very little money. I've been doing graphic design for 7 years now, 10 years now, and I'm not getting the kind of clients I want to get. When I charge, clients are not paying. They're paying way below the rates I present to them. And it all comes down to the fact that a lot of graphic designers that I know are interested but are not invested in their business, in their place of interest. You're not invested. And I'll tell you what the difference between being invested and being interested is. Anyone can be interested. Interest is so cheap. Anyone can be interested. It takes very little. It just takes liking something to be interested. And that's why I realized with business people, they see a business and like, oh, I would like to do this. I have an interest in this. Meanwhile, when you're invested, you go beyond liking it. You are committed to it. There is something beyond your emotions that is tying you to that business. That's the biggest difference. An interested person is connected with their emotions. An invested person is connected with their emotions and also with their money. The thing about emotions is that emotions are fickle. You might wake up today and what you liked yesterday, you don't like it anymore. Emotions are feelings. So you go based on, oh, I feel like designing today. I don't feel like designing tomorrow. But an investment is consistent. So it doesn't matter whether you feel like it. You do it because you have your money tied into it. And that's the biggest problem with graphic designers. A lot of graphic designers are interested but not invested. And people that are interested, you can tell. And just think about what your approach to design is, what your journey has been like. You realize that the problem is a lot of graphic designers get their software for free. When you get your Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, CorelDRAW, it's probably from a friend of yours that is doing graphic design, has it on hard drive. You don't pay for it. A lot of time you pay for bootleg copies of the software. Again, we get our fonts for free. A lot of people go on free font websites, download free fonts. We get our photos for free. Very few graphic designers are signed up to sites where you have to pay for images, premium images. Very few graphic designers pay for premium font. Very few graphic designers buy fonts. So there is no investment. When you want to get trained, you go on YouTube and you look for free trainings. But once a person attaches a fee to that training, all of a sudden you switch off because there is no investment. It's only an interest. And you can only get out of a business what you invest into it. So if you invest nothing into it, you get nothing. If you invest little, you get little. Interest is not enough to make your business successful. You have to go beyond interest to invest in. And you might find people that say, oh, I've invested time. I invested time into doing this thing. I invest time into doing logo design, into doing graphic design, into cake making, into taking photographs. But the thing is, when you invest time, you only get time back. So I'll give you this example. Let's say you invest 10 hours into designing logos every day, 10 hours into making cakes every day, 10 hours into fashion design every day. What will happen after a while is that what used to take you 10 hours might start taking you 1 hour. So you save 9 hours. So all you've gotten back is time. But investing time rarely gets you money. What gets you money? It's investing money. You need to invest your resources, your money, into your area of interest. That is how you get more money back. That's why you see when people go abroad to school or go to a design school abroad, they come back and they're doing well, and you think they're doing well because they've gone abroad. No, a lot of times because they know how much has been invested into it. So a person that paid $10,000 to go to school and a client comes and says, I'll pay you 5,000 naira to a logo, would never do it for that amount because he knows how much he has invested. But if you do not pay anything and all you have is interest, trust me, it's very hard for you to charge a premium and stand by it without feeling bullied by a client. When a client tells you, I cannot pay your premium, I'll pay the least, what will come up in your mind is the fact that I really didn't invest that much into this thing. So you feel that guilt trip. But when someone is invested, it's not about emotions anymore. You realize how much you've put into it. So you cannot go below that amount you put into it. If you've not invested up to 1 million naira in your interest, then there is no way you can confidently charge 2 million naira. There is no way. Because your will itself will feel a guilt that you haven't put as much into it. So you can't be confident going into it. The more you invest, the more you get back. When you know you buy your font, you save up to buy your font. When someone wants you to do a free logo, you wouldn't do it for free because it costs you something to get those fonts. But when you download your fonts for free, you would always be tempted. You always feel that guilt that says, I didn't pay anything for this thing, so I really don't deserve to get that much from it. That is the difference between being successful and being average. Investment. We must learn to invest in our interest. Being interested is not bad. Getting things for free is not bad. But you cannot stay on that level. You must leave that level to begin to invest in your interest.